What's up, folks? Alaska here. Glad to be back once again. So today it's gonna be a rant. Okay. In my last video, I talked about how the Horses album by Patti Smith was called punk by many of my peers, and I kind of post that video on Reddit, and it kind of backlashed, some people saying that I know nothing about punk, I'm no punk, I'm no shit, I'm no skinhead, I'm no nothing. So today it's a rant about that, more today I'm gonna focus a little bit more on the skinhead part, because as you may know, skinhead, it's a culture, a subculture, and it kind of was taken away from us because in a great part because of the media. Media took the skinhead out of the skinhead hands, because nowadays when you hear the word skinhead, you think of a neo-Nazi or some kind of twisted fuck, and yeah, that's it, man. And I'm getting a little bit old to how can I say this? I'm getting a little bit old to, I don't know, accept or it's missing the word, but I'm not tolerant about the gatekeepers, Of course, as you may know, the skinhead came from Jamaica, and the spirit of '69 was there, the reggae, the early reggae, the ska, the dance, the working class pride, the cropped shaved, the good, smart clothing, the boots, it's all about that. But now when you talk about skinhead, it's all about the camo pants, the bombers, and the skull shaved, really razor shaved, and that's about it, man. If you can let something evolve this way, you can and you should let the scene evolve towards other ways, Man, you can still dress smart, and you can still like the roots of our culture and listening, and you can listen to hip-hop, and you can listen to blues, as long as your roots stand in not being racist, having pride on your working class, defend human rights, stand up against racial prejudice. As long as you can do that, man, and you can still listen to ska and punk and dance beside me, and as long as you have human rights, as long as you can defend human rights and defend people that are prejudiced by their color or their race or their, I don't know, choices in life, or I don't know, sexuality, as long as you can defend that and fight against those who can't tolerate that, you're by my side. If you have skin, if you don't have hair, or if you wear your hair short, you can call yourself a skinhead, Anyway, this is my opinion, this is my rant, because I've seen a lot of good folks, standing beside me, singing their lungs out to bands as Cocksparrow, Cockney Rejects, as they did in Rebellion, I saw a lot of people, and they're all 99% of the people that I saw doing that either was punks or shops, you know. And I kind of felt that I belonged somewhere, you know. And you see old school skinheads, trad skinheads, you know, there, and you see new skinheads, and they're, you know, even some of them, I even saw, you know, that slick back haircut, and you can still be accepted by your peers, you know. And people think, some people think that you must look like the old kind of skinhead just to be one, you know. For me, it's not that anymore, you know. You can be a punk and have long hair. You can be a skinhead and still have some hair. I know the word says skinhead, but you know, as long as you get the feeling, as long as you defend the roots, as long as you defend and accept and live the culture, you can be one, you know. This rant comes from that place, you know. People calling you out, calling you names. Hey man, you should not be considering one skinhead, or you should not be considering yourself a punk, you know. You don't know nothing. Man, I saw casualties there, you know, and at Rebellion, and he said, if you have a mohawk and you're not in the circle pit, you're not fucking punk. No man, no man, I can still have a fucking mohawk and still don't enjoy going to a fucking circle pit, you know. That's poser, you know, that's poser. If you like to call others poser, man, you should look at yourselves. And if you don't wash your hair, if you don't wash your pants, man, you're not punk. You're just like we say in Portugal, you're the porco do caralho. And yeah, that's it. About that, man, I can still listen to your songs. I can still listen to your fucking favorite bands, and I cannot put this enough in words, but as long as I feel it, as long as I feel punk, or as long as I feel like I'm skinhead, I'm gonna be that to the rest of my life. I don't know, man, maybe I'm just too old to understand this, but I've been called out. Man, you don't know what you are, you don't know nothing about this, you don't know nothing about that, and then you're gonna see those kind of people don't know shit about their culture, don't know shit. For them, being skinhead is just drinking beer and listening to Oi. Fuck that roots, fuck that music, you know. They think like that. I love Oi music. I'm leaning more and more to ska, but of course, if you saw the videos before, you know that I love hip hop. I love punk as well, but I love hip hop. I love jazz. I love black music. You know, I love soul. That kind of put me in a certain path that I found comfort between punk and skinhead. You know. And yeah, I kind of embrace the culture, you know. I kind of embrace more and more the working class culture, because I come from a working class family. I have a blue collar job, you know. I work in a warehouse, and yeah, I do stuff with my hands every day. And I'm not talking about masturbation, you know. I can't, yeah. That's it, man. I don't know what you consider a skinhead. I don't know what you consider a true punk, but man, you gotta evolve. You cannot live in a fucking box. And yeah, this is it. I can only listen to this band, and I can only listen to this band. That person's not skinhead. That person's not punk. Man, I don't give a flying fuck about that. If you think like that, man, we cannot be friends. We cannot hang out. I don't I don't want to participate on that gatekeeping. And if you are so close-minded, man, I think you're in the wrong scene. Because as you may know, punk has been growing since the 70s. We have now a lot of subgenres of punk. We even have that almost art punk, you know, where you dress yourself with expensive clothes and you try to destroy capitalism in other way, you know. And if we can accept that, and we accept it because it's right in front of our eyes, you know. A lot of art punk, a lot of Afro punk, a lot of punk evolved in a way that a lot of things, a lot of music, a lot of art has punk influences, you know. It's not a disorder, it's an expression, you know. You can have a football firm without any connection to punk, but then when you meet a firm with a connection to punk, you know instantly there, yeah, I belong in there. In the middle of chaos, in the middle of the fights, I know I have some friends in there, you know. And that's kind of where I'm going, man. I like open-minded people, you know. And when I how can I put this in words? When I knew the punk scene, and many years later I found a place in the skinhead scene, you know, I found people that I can talk with, that I can share some bad day feelings, you know. And people accepted me, you know. They never poured the most people, the most part of people that I know always they always were supportive, you know. They support what you believe. They support if you have a bad day and you put, man, like a sad song on Instagram or such, people come and talk to you. Hey mate, don't be like that, man. If you need to talk, we'll talk. And yeah, man, we talk and we get to know other people. We get to know other bands. We get to know, I don't know, man, even books. People share books, people share culture with you, man. So I know this is a rant, and I'm sick of and tired of the gatekeepers of the scene. They're growing. I don't know from where, man. I have like little kids, 17, 18-year-old kids, man, gatekeeping something they shouldn't be gatekeeping, you know. We have gods. They even don't know where the roots came from, you know, but they still like the music, they still like the style, and they kind of embrace it, and they welcome people in, you know. And yeah, as you may know, goth came from punk, and that's it, man. In punk and skinhead were side to side for a couple of years, you know. Skinhead came from beginning 69, punk, you know, they put the date in 77, you know. And as you may know, a lot of bands or some bands were playing punk before that, and that's it, man. And I kinda need to put this in a video, and as I can talk to other people, and tell me, man, are we gatekeeping too much? Are we not gatekeeping enough? What you think? Tell me what you feel, man. Because if for me, being punk or being skinhead, it's all about freedom. It's all about helping the other. It's helping a brother out. It's helping a sister out. It's fighting the patriarchy, and it's having pride on your class. And if you're like me, you're working class, you know. Of course, I'm a little bit privileged because I have a job. I work like 11 years now. I didn't have a lot of wasn't unemployed for too long, you know, but yeah, I kinda battled, you know, to have jobs all over these years, man, but that's it. I'm sorry, man. This is only a rant, and if you listen to the whole thing, thank you, mates, and be sure to put a fucking like if you like the video, subscribe and comment, and yeah, maybe tomorrow or so I can record another video just talking about records. That's what I do. I listen to records, I read books, I hang out with people. That's it, and I work. That's it, folks. Thank you. Have a nice one.